Find out what it would be like if you lived here. This is a fantastic neighborhood, Koki.
Yeah, so we are standing in front of the firehouse here at the power plant in the historic National Park Seminary. This place is rich with culture and history, and to speak about that, I have someone very special, the developer of this project, who is Carl Vogelmeyer.
Yeah, hi, Carl. So you are the developer of this part of the seminary, which is incredible. Tell us about it.
Well, this part of the seminary is made up of 3 buildings. It is a power plant, a fire station, and a music hall.
Cool, cool, and cooler.
Yeah, we bought this building 3 years ago, and it was in disarray. The floor you're sitting at, it caved in.
So when you're redesigning these, what kind of design process do you have in mind?
We try to do a lot of repurposing of pieces that we find. These buildings, you notice that the outsides are almost identical to what they were when they were originally created. In the inside, we've used a lot of the reclaimed wood, for instance, and making sure that it's exactly as it was, and that's the defining point of how the building is to be developed. We're coming up to the practice house. The practice house originally was servants' quarters for the hotel that was here back in the 1800s.
Wow.
And when the girls were here, it was turned into a practice house for music practice purposes. And all of the rooms were 7 by 7, 9 by 9, tiny little rooms.
That's because you weren't going anywhere. You were just going to practice.
This is a phenomenal location here. We are just a mile from Forest Glen Metro. We're close to my favorite restaurant, Pachi's. We're also close to Rock Creek Park as well. So if you like biking, walking trails and whatnot, very close to this property, very convenient inside the Beltway.
I can't wait to take a look inside. Let's go. So John, the first thing what I'm drawn to in this unit is the reclaimed wood.
Yes.
I'm always drawn to anything aesthetically like that.
Nice touch against the modern quartz countertops, too. This is like one big living area with the living space, the kitchen, and the dining room. And this is a big kitchen.
It is. You've got ample counter space,
yes,
but you also have great cabinet space.
Great appliances.
5-burner stove.
KitchenAid microwave, which is really groovy. And we always have to check the water pressure here. It's one good sink, too.
That's nice. But again, I love the waterfall design.
Me too.
It really does add a nice look to it.
It's a nice clean edge to it.
It is.
Yep.
It's a great space.
Yeah.
So let's go check up the upstairs. This is nice. I
Beautiful
love the
stairs.
stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so this looks like it's the bigger of the 2 bedrooms. Wow, look at the windows and how much light comes in here. But the size of the room is really nice. Although it doesn't have the ensuite.
It doesn't really need an ensuite, I don't think. This would be like a guest suite, but this is the bathroom. I think it's beautiful.
And it's fancy.
Very European.
And
wow.
now this is the smaller of the 2 bedrooms.
Yeah. Nice little bedroom. Compact, bright.
But for a smaller bedroom, it's not even really that small.
It has a good cohesive feel to this whole floor.
It does. Let's go check out the basement level
Third
now.
and final, let's do it.
Oh, this is a nice space.
It is. We'll call this the bonus room.
Well, it works perfect as a home office.
Yep.
Or you can even have a bedroom.
And
Really
seemingly
nice.
lots of storage in these side cabinets.
I'm guessing
and
that's storage?
another
Oh, wow, washer dryer.
washer and dryer. Very nice. Boy, this is nice. This is impressive. This is the biggest bathroom in the house.
It has that same sleek design.
Yeah, very clean.
I really like it. Seeing all 3 levels, the high-end finishes, the design, I think I've got a number.
Okay, let's go find Koki.
Let's do that. So, Koki, you were spot on with this unit.
I thought both of you would appreciate this.
I
Very
did,
much so.
and I love the reclaimed wood and the history that Carl was talking about. You can see it in there.
And you can see the love and craftsmanship, too. Makes it super special, and I think it even elevates the price.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to admit, I'm a little nervous on this one because you're more familiar with the area.
I am.
So do you want to go first? Or...
So I think you should go.
Okay, I was actually hoping you
What a
would go.
gentleman. What a gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
It's really true.
Okay.
Well,
Taking...
look, before you guess,
Okay.
this is a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath property.
Yes.
Over 1,600 square feet. There's actually parking below and
That
storage
is one of the
as
coolest
well.
things.
Nice.
Okay, I didn't know
So
that.
you got to factor that into
Okay.
the price as well.
One other thing before I make my winning guess.
Yes.
What are the HOA and condo fees?
Great question. The condo fees here are $273 a month, and the HOA fee is $130 a month.
It's a
So very
deal.
reasonable for what's offered here.
It really
For
is.
such a great place
This makes it
and a
harder.
community like this, yeah.
Okay, so I am going to say this property is listed, I'm gonna say 645,000.
645. What say you?
I'm gonna go a little bit higher, 646. No, I will say 675 to be fair.
Another great guess. The correct answer is $699.
Oh.
Which we were both in the zone. to
You were
be
both
fair.
in the zone. Both
So
had
does that
some
mean you're
great
gonna split
guesses.
the win?
No, there's only one winner, and that's me.